Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Where today, let's not do anything too fancy. Please no, okay. Indeed, we're not doing anything too fancy. Beast, I guess, right? Yeah, that's the last thing we have left to do as this character outside of greed mode. So I guess we're doing a beast run as Isaac. We're doing a lot of beast runs lately, but it's just working out that way. But it's fair enough. Tainted Isaac is an interesting character at least, so it would be kind of fun to play as that one soonish. But it also means that we can take our time. I could theoretically once again try to go for... oh, this room's gotten worse. I could theoretically go for planetariums again, because that has been working out very well during my beast run so far. But since I'm Isaac, I might also just go into rooms and re-roll whatever I can find and hope for the best. But, nah. I feel like I should at least try during a run such as this one to skip an item room, since we're gonna go back to it anyway. But it always... I will say, planetariums have been showing up more with 1% chance than with an actual reasonable amount for some reason. So, hopefully today is going to be a little bit different, but I am losing hope in sensible numbers. And I don't know what to do with this lack of hope. This is not... Alright. I was going to say that was not a great idea, because I think that enemy can just run towards you when you do that, but that one didn't. Is this an Excel floor? No. Alright, this is just a really weird floor layout then. It's a good thing this isn't an Excel floor too, because I immediately took damage upon checking it. I guess I could have also just checked for my Angel or Devil Deal chance, because it would have been at 100 had this been an Excel floor, but yeah, it's a weird layout for sure. I kind of expected the boss room to be here then, but not even there. So it's just a really big cellar, I guess. Odd. That wouldn't have been too terrible had I been able to afford it, but so far I have 2 bombs, so we could find a secret room and find a whole buttload of money in there, which is currently my only hope of being able to afford that. Of course, it doesn't mean that we're actually going to find followers and actually make use of the item, but still, there's a chance that we can make something happen here. But we'll see, I suppose. I'm just gonna try it. It is indeed over here, which is fair enough. I'll just blow these up as well. Surprisingly high amount of money, all things considered, from blowing up what I have blown up there, but yeah, I'll take that. Possibly a bit of a waste of bombs, given that we might end up with 0 bombs this way in places where we actually need them, but hopefully it'll work out. Big room? Haven't seen this room before, I don't think. It's kind of an unusual one. I figured I'd deal with the spider spawners first, because they seemed like they would be the biggest problem. But there is also just a large quantity of spiders in general here. It is just not a great cellar. Not a great place to store your goods and flour and such, but fortunately in the world of Isaac, that probably doesn't matter too much. We're running out of enemies to kill, so that's good at least. There is my item room, which I'm still a little tempted by for sure, but I think I will actually at least skip 1 item room and then just keep on going from that point on. Gonna just hope that the 20% chance of a planetarium is going to be enough to give me some good stuff there. This is a little awkward. There is just so many spiders in this cellar, it's actually kind of unreal. But let's just make sure that these stay small enough that they don't start spawning things. There is still that champion, which I'm a little concerned about, especially when he starts hopping around like that. That one's going to split into 2 separate spiders when he dies as well, so that's going to be fun. Especially since they took a moment to actually jump out there. Please don't spawn anything. Very good. Now we just keep him nice and small, and we are without problems. This has been a 4-minute cellar. 1. I haven't even reached the end yet, but it's a mess. It's a mess for sure. But fair enough. We're fighting Ragman. It only makes sense, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Okay. They're actually trying really hard in a way that I can kind of respect, but simultaneously, it's not something that I want to deal with right now. I was kind of not even expecting to record another run today, but then suddenly I had the urge, so I'm hoping that the game is going to play nice today. If it's not a health up that I'm going to get from this, I might re-roll it. It just kind of depends on what we're going to get here. But so far, They're playing a little bit nicer. We managed to kill one of the spiders, but then he resurrected another one. Yeah. My movement is feeling a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my hands are just not quite doing what I want them to do, kind of weird, and that concerns me a little. I'm not really dealing damage just yet. Ragman is still not the easiest boss in the world, I would say, out of all the basement bosses for sure. It is still kind of a tricky one when he decides to just throw everything he's got at you. Especially when the floor has just been really nasty as well, so that hasn't been helping out either. But he's running out of health. He's gonna spawn some of them. I think when he dies, his spiders die as well. Yeah, there you go. A black heart is good. Yeah, black heart is good. I will actually have to take that, I think. I have 15 coins, so I could take that item. That would increase the strength of my followers, but I think I'm just gonna risk it and move on. I don't feel like this is a strong choice in terms of good idea land, but at least the second floor is just a regular basement, so that is making the nerves a bit better at least. Those enemies all destroyed themselves, which is lovely. There is an item, or a trinket rather, to reduce the amount of active items, which is actually really nice because I want to keep this D6 or, well, the run really. So that is lovely. And hopefully we can do some good stuff here overall. That's also a good trinket though. Oh no. That's so good. It's so protective in its own way. So, yeah, that is tempting. If we find one more bomb, then we can turn that into 2 bombs. If we get flight, then we can turn that into 4 bombs apparently. Yeah, I'll definitely go into the curse room here with that. With what we got, with that trinket at least, because at least then we can go in there for free. Please don't jump in the flame. That just makes a bigger mess out of things. It makes them so quick. But hopefully that's okay. There we go. It'd be really nice if we could find at least 1 bomb this floor, though. It has been weirdly tricky today to find consumables in a place where I can actually interact with them in any meaningful way, but it's just one of those days, I guess. I don't think, well, I was gonna say, I don't think the curse room usually has any active items, but I guess there is like Dead Cat, which you could call an active item in the sense that it is. But, and I say Dead Cat, I mean Guppy's head, so it's a different item. It's probably worth just carrying this around until I reach a spot, like an item room or something, and then switch to the other item, or the other trinket rather. I think I want to just keep that trinket and put this one in the basement boss room right here. I think I don't mind that idea because it at least this is a tough choice for sure. But I would like to not get an active item here because that's just not going to be worthwhile. That's 4 bombs if I place it in the correct location. So that's lovely. I will actually just clear out the rest of the floor first, I think. Which is not a great idea, I'm starting to realize, because it's not great for my charges, but you know what, it's fine. It'll be okay. We're Isaac, we're gonna be okay. I'm sure of it. I think this should work. Was kinda hoping something to drop out of that pot, but fair enough. Not sure if I should go for Devil Deals actually, because re-rolling a Devil Deal does make it usually rather good. So that is tempting. Choices. Tricky choices. But if I could get flight from that Devil Deal, then that would make my life a lot easier. If I could get Brimstone out of it, that would also make my life a lot easier. There's really quite a lot of things that would significantly improve the quality of my life, so yeah, definitely tempting. Just gonna put my trinket right here, keep the Ansus. Quickly go all the way back to that trinket. I don't think there's active items in secret rooms either, which, is there no active item in a secret room? That's probably not true. Not one I can think of right now, but I'd be surprised if there's not a single active item in there, but it's probably still good to just carry this thing around. Probably should have blown up that bomb rock, so I would have hit a few more things there, but fair enough. That's okay. That's okay. Fair enough. I kind of guessed my secret room was in the top right there, but might as well try. Not leaf. Okay. I'll actually take that. That does have some potential for really stupid but effective strategies, and I can kind of use something like that. Oh, that's not good. I don't like where that poop is, because I think that technically means it's blocking the secret room there. Gurglings. Am I gonna bomb one of these? I kind of should, huh? It does take a minute to do it without bombs, and I don't love it. There we go. It just does make the fight a lot easier, and I still have 3 bombs remaining anyway, so I might as well use at least 1 bomb there. And then just hang out over here as the rest gets destroyed. Lose half of my black heart to make life a little bit more exciting as well. But ultimately we were okay. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, that's really nice. That's really good. Both of those are really good. I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I am possibly going to regret these decisions to take all of that, but I'm not sure if I will, really. I don't hate these items. Being able to fly is just really nice, especially this early on. And I'm guessing there's a tinted rock here that we're probably going to find more health as we move on. Like, look at that. There's no longer even an issue there. So, no worries at all. My only concern is that I don't know where my secret room is. And there's a couple of contenders, but I genuinely do not think that it can be here. But I'm going to try it anyway in case I'm wrong. Yeah, damn it. Waste of a bomb. Anyway, 18 coins. Might as well enter my shop. Spider mod is fine, but I don't care about it. There's... yeah. That is a given. I will take that with glee. I don't need as many bombs, I suppose, with flight, because I don't need to bomb, like, rocks and things like that, but I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm not sure when I want to use this Ansu's rune, but I'm sure I'm gonna find a good place for it somewhere along the line. Now let's go in here since we have flight anyway. Ended up with 1 extra black heart that we're going to lose immediately because of the damage we're going to take here, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm just going to use it here. I don't really have a preference where I want to use Ansu's when I'm only going to... where am I going? To the depths and like slightly further onwards. There's like a couple things, like Gahanna would have been maybe good, but I genuinely would be surprised if we managed to take a card all the way there, or a ruin rather. Ooh! He got hit by his friend. I didn't even know that was possible, but he took so much damage from that. That's odd. Yeah, I didn't do that very well. Could have avoided that, but that's okay. We have a decent enough start that I can make some mistakes here and there. I will just clear out every floor, I think. Just take my time with it. There's Pin right there. Yep. I didn't even know they could bounce that way. I was like, alright, he's just gonna dive into the floor there, but no, he was done. He was ready to pounce. Alright, let's just do this. Just for the sake of getting through that a little quicker. I mean, it's not the hardest boss, but especially when I could just hang out over here, but I don't want to worry about it. Should probably be heading directly to the item room rather than dilly-dally with all these random rooms, because it probably is good to have just barely charged up my items before I get there. But I can use the secret room, I guess, to do that, so that's kind of okay. Like in the next room, I can just bomb into the secret room, not clear the room itself, and then enter my item room that way. Oh god. A lot of money. Could increase my devil deal chances here a bit as well. Weird amount of devil deal chance. Oh, because I got pentagram, right? That makes sense. I don't hate this, but only because I don't have any bombs. I did say previously I wouldn't need as many bombs, but yeah. Well, that's bombs technically, but it's not exactly the flavor of bombs that I like. It is the kind of bombs that hurt me in the long run, and I don't care for it. Again, I'd never expect stuff like that to show up in an item room. I'm very used to that being in a curse room or a secret room and stuff like that, but not in an item room. But fair enough, I guess. I don't care for it. I do not care for it, and if there was a secret room item that came out of that shopkeeper, I probably would have rolled that instead. But it is what it is. Let's see if there's some health in here. I wouldn't mind some health, actually. There is health. There is the piggy bank, which is ultimately only going to cost 4 coins because I get 3 coins back, so I might as well buy that. Plus, every time I take damage now, I will drop some money as well, so that's good. Yeah, let's clear out this room. I don't really have a choice, I suppose, in the matter, because the only way to get out of this room would require bombs, I think. There we go. Flight is fun. It helps. It makes life safe, and I can appreciate that quite a lot. This would have been a better room to bomb into, I would say, but I guess I didn't know the contents of the room that I was going to enter there, so I made my choice based on nothing, really. But having seen this room now, I have some regrets. Alright. So I probably should save the charge for my boss room. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if there are enemies in the next 2 rooms, otherwise I would just bomb through this one. But there is hypothetically a chance that there is 0 enemies in the next room and a room after that, and then I won't have a reroll available for a potential devil deal. So I'm just playing it kind of safe right now in its own way. I also wouldn't mind having a bomb available for this right here, for the super secret room. And let's just play this as safely as we can. Just nudge the wall. Nothing too wacky. Just take our time. We have okay damage for this part of the run, I suppose. Don't like how one of them went in another direction, but fair enough. There we go. Once again, flight saving the day because I could just hang out over these rocks. Also, these poops are weirdly difficult to destroy with flight and spectral tears, I guess, more reasonably said. Alright, well, that's Mega Fatty. It's not terrible, it's just kind of annoying because it takes a while. But definitely not the most impossible boss fight in the world. His creep isn't going to do anything to me because once again I have flight. So it's really just going to take a large quantity of time. And that's okay. I can appreciate that. I'd rather have a long boss fight that is more or less a guaranteed no damage than a short boss fight where I lose half my health right now, so I will take it as carefully as needed. Gotta take care of those, though. I'm not killing poops in one hit, which concerns me a little for my damage situation, but we are nowhere near the end of the run just yet, so that's fine. There is still an item room on the first floor that I have to visit on the way back up again, and there might just be a really good item in there. It's very much a theoretical situation, I suppose, but it would be nice if there was a really good item in there. Slowly but surely, and we're done. Alright, so tears up or range up, that seems like an easy choice. There is a devil deal with money equals power, the mark, and a black sack. Money equals power, I'm not too interested in. The mark, I am. Especially since it's part of Leviathan, and I think this is Leviathan, isn't it? It is Leviathan, yeah, because I had the Spirit of the Night pentagram and now the mark as well, so that finishes that up. I'm not going to re-roll this, I'm going to re-roll my item room. I don't like that idea that much now that I've left the room itself, but yeah, probably would have been good to do that a little differently, because I can return to this item room, and I cannot actually return to that devil deal. So you could call that a lost item. Simultaneously, if this item is bad, I can reroll it later, but I kind of like Pisces, so... mostly just for the tears up. The knockback's not too bad either, but yeah, fair enough. But we have a decent amount of health to play with right now. I could get a few more charges on my item by doing the challenge room as well, possibly get a few more bombs that way, but I think I'm just going to move on. So far, no planetarium for as far as I could tell. Perhaps that will change, but again, I'm not especially trying that hard. I do need to remember I actually have Gnawed Leaf in case I get something that works with it, because if all else fails, I can just hang out and win the fight through waiting, really. So if I find something like a Meat Cube or a Bandage Ball or something like that, like I shouldn't reroll stuff like that. Anything that just deals damage while I can stand still, really. Even the Leech would theoretically win the beast fight after a year. That's part of the conjoined transformation, which I do like, as I have said many a time. I'm going for Devil Deal, so the odds are I'm going to see more conjoined things as we move on. But I don't know, I just don't like this specific baby that much because it's kind of tedious how it shoots randomly. It makes it a bit unpredictable where enemies go, and I don't love that very much. Simultaneously, I think it is a baby that shoots without me having to fire, so it could technically probably clear rooms, win battles and such that way, so it's a little tempting for sure. But not in a way that I really like, so I might just reroll it. There is the boss room. I need to clear one more room. Well, there we go. Need to clear one more room before dealing with the boss room, of course, so I can potentially reroll my Devil Deal if there is one. Should probably destroy one of these shopkeepers as well. Neither of them have money inside them, but we did get an extra bomb there, so might as well. And with that, let's just do the boss. Forsaken, I don't mind that. Not the most difficult boss fight in the world in any way. Could be a little bit annoying with the knockback, actually. Because that can place him in locations that are not great, but I don't know. So far this is going okay, I'd argue. Just go in the corner. Just get in there. Another Devil Deal. That's so lucky, actually. The heart is tempting, but simultaneously I do like having tier 8. And just getting 3 hearts from that is effectively the same as getting a red heart container, so fair enough. Don't really care for this that much, because I need 1 full red heart container, and I'm not exactly in that direction. This is a little bit more interesting because of what's in my item room, so I guess I will take this, and I guess I will also take that then. If only because this is already 2 parts of the conjoined transformation, and that is just almost going to guarantee that we're going to get it if we really want it. Because we are still going to see, hopefully, at least 1 more Devil Deal. At minimum. It's not guaranteed, but it would be nice. But there's definitely a chance that we're going to see 1 more Devil Deal. Because on the... Well, on the next floor we'll just have like 38% again, but on the one after that it'll be pretty high. Especially if we can find like a battery beggar or a regular money beggar or something like that. So there's definitely some good chances that that's going to be fine. If I stay on just soul hearts, then sleeping in a bed is going to give me a lot of health as well, so that is tempting. There's the Hell Game, which I'll just leave alone this time around. I should probably look for my secret room as well, which is probably above that room right there. Those multi-dimensional babies, like, it's not bad if you manage to use it. It's just a little fiddly. Because you do need to play around it a lot. And if you just stay in the bottom of a room or something like that, then it is a little bit easier to use because you just stand still and shoot. But it can still be kind of fiddly to use for sure. It can be over there. Can it be next to here? It can be over here as well. Let's check out this room. Yeah, there's just a couple places where my secret room could be right now, which I'm not loving. I love more of a guaranteed time personally. I genuinely don't know what hit me, but I'm guessing it was a tier. Well, this is a new one. I've not seen this one before, but I'll take it. I'm gonna play this one for a minute in the hope that I can get some bombs. Well, that was a bomb. And then he was done with it, so fair enough. I don't really need more money at this stage, so I don't need to bother with that too much. And I'm just real quickly going to check if my secret room can be next to this one as well. No, it cannot. Okay, good. So that at least limits it. to I think this side and the one next to the cursor. And it is over here. Very nice. Ultimately, not as exciting as it could be, but it could be a decent chunk of money at least, so might as well. Or 5 coins, fair enough. It'll have to do. What other machine was in here? Was it just a regular? Yeah, it was just a regular gambling machine. I could play this for just a minute in the hope of just getting another bomb. I just like having more than one bomb. It gives me some more options. Please don't be bombs or keto. Okay, that's worse. I mean, I got what I asked for, but in a very much a monkey paw kind of way. But fair enough. It'll have to do. I'm just going to leave this floor and go on to the next one, I think. This floor does not appeal to me anymore. I'm done with it. And it is time to go. Things are going okay. I don't mind how this run is going so far. There wasn't anything left in there, so fair enough. We've seen a lot of devil deals for one run, really. I mean, I guess it is kind of nice compared to something like Angel Rooms that you don't have to skip one and then hope you get it. And then there's the thing where just Pentagram gives you even more chance. Like, there's definitely some upsides to going for devil deals in terms of what your odds are of actually getting something good out of them. Because even though Angel Rooms, I feel, are so good now that you might as well always go for it, there are still some very good devil deal items, like Brimstone, for instance, is just so powerful. I think if I just stay here, I'm entirely safe. I also like how the other baby occasionally shoots with the multidimensional baby as well, and it just looks like a mess. I can appreciate that. Not really great. These spikes got stuck on each other, which I can appreciate. I will take that any day of the week. There is my boss room. Might just go for that, just because, again, we don't really have bombs to play with anyway, so might as well just see if we can get something good to re-roll. I mean, it is kind of a shame for our devil deal chance that we can't blow up a Shopkeeper immediately, but I'm willing to take that, if I'm honest. I will live with those choices. That is another bomb, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. War! Alright, so that at least guarantees that if all else fails, I can use Gnawed Leaf and Meat Cube or Bandage Ball to just win. It's not the most exciting strategy in the world, but it is extremely effective to this day. Because I genuinely just stand still, although Roid Rage is tempting just for the sake of having a speed up. But no, we're gonna play this as safe as I can. Because, quite frankly, I'm just not really feeling it. I don't know, this build is fine, but it's just, I want it to be a bit cooler, you know, and it's not very cool right now. Okay, I mean, restock is obviously very good, but simultaneously we're going to see only a handful more shops. So I don't... That's pretty good. And that's tempting. Getting more drops from chests just in general is kind of nice, so you know what? I'm having a safe day. I'm having a day where I play safely, and we're just going to take this. And now we're going for a chest hunt. With the many things that we have, we're gonna get 1,000,000 bombs. We're just gonna have a good day. We're gonna have a day where we just easily win and not have to worry about life so much. Occasionally you need to have runs like that. Especially since, from this point on, if I do complete this run, I'm probably not gonna pick random anymore. Simply because I've already done everything as Isaac, and at that point, as fun as it is to just do a run from time to time, I would like to go for progress as much as possible, effectively at all times. So there is a very good chance that this is going to be the last random run in a while. Definitely should have explored this floor more, but fair enough. That's not bad. It is more bombs. It's just that I don't care that much. If it was a little bit more interesting, that'd be neat. But especially with the fact that we're getting 2 item room items. We can only pick 1, obviously, but still... Since we're getting 2 item room items anyway, I might as well try and do a couple good rerolls here and there. to maybe get some really, really good stuff instead of just kind of really good stuff. So that would be nice. We can also still re-roll it on the Ascent as well, so definitely got some options available for this run right here. There we go. That is a fully charged battery. Look at how many things came out of that gray chest. Very nice. Refilling our consumables to the point where I don't need to worry about whether or not I should take a bomb item for the bombs, but instead can just safely re-roll it and not worry about life so much. Brainworm. That's also not even very bad. Milk or camo undies? Camo undies are kind of fun, but I'm not overly impressed by either of these. I might just try and re-roll that one more time. I don't think there was a battery in my shop, but even if there was, I cannot currently afford it. Haven't seen my secret room just yet, so there might be some odds there. But there's still some rooms to clear anyway, so I might as well go for that first. As I just blindly shoot upwards in the hope that my multidimensional baby and me are strong enough to shoot in the right direction. But that is the nice thing about Isaac. You can pretty much guarantee a kind of okay build if you just really, really wanna. So that is exactly how we're playing today. In the sense that we really, really want to get a good build, and we're gonna do our best for it in our own way. Even though milk's not bad. If I had to pick between any of the items I've seen so far in that particular item room, I would have probably gone for milk, just because you get decent tear rate out of it. You really do. Probably should have opened that chest thinking about it because of my mom's key, but you know what? That's okay. It's all good. I don't want to take 2 hearts of damage from a curse room at this stage. Yeah, I probably should, shouldn't I? Just for the sake of getting 3 charges out of it. This is not too terrible. I can just hang out over here and shoot at a corner. Very good. This is a little bit less fun. It's a lot more dodging. But no worries. I think my meat cube probably blocked something there because I can't imagine that I dodged all of that. But if I did, I'll take it. I would be very happy if I did. So destroy these, and that is a fully charged battery. We have a High Priestess card, which could be good. Probably. There probably is an instance where this is going to be kind of useful, at least in yeah, genuinely no idea. I mean, there's probably like a mini boss or something there where it could be useful. Hallowed Ground. Ooh, or extra trinket slot. I'll actually take that. I'm actually pretty happy about that because that means I can keep Brainworm and this, and I like that a lot. So that's exactly what we're going to do because that is a lovely combination of trinkets. Just gonna clear out the rest of this floor, I think, before moving on. Try to get as many charges for this thing as possible. But this is looking pretty good. It's weird to get so excited about being able to carry 2 trinkets, but here we are. Still haven't seen a gulp pill thinking about it. That's actually kind of odd. That I haven't seen any gulp pills at all. But those, they allow you to just eat the trinket and have the effect forever. Or at least for the rest of the run, I suppose. And I wouldn't mind seeing some of those because they, I mean, like trinkets effects such as these, it's just very nice to have. Look at that. And there's super greed, so that means we won't see any more greeds in our shop, so that's lovely. We are going to see 2 more shops from this point on, so that means that we are at least going to be able to buy things in those potentially. And that is lovely. That's very good. I am okay with this. But with that, let us move on to the Depths 2 once again. The exciting journey of can I once again manage to accidentally use my full card in a curse room. The odds are pretty small this time around, but never impossible. There's a moon card. I will actually take that because that is just as effective as a full card after all. And there we are, blessed by the loading screen goodness. Ready to move on. Not the most difficult first room so far. You can see that once you get that loading screen that everything is gonna be okay. It's just a beacon of hope in its own way, and I can appreciate that. What do we got? Perthro, a Degas, and Ansus. I will take that immediately. Now I know where my secret room is. Apparently there's a library, which is kind of cool. Okay, Degas. That doesn't seem right. I'll go to the... actually, I'll go to the challenge room first, because there's probably going to be an item in there. There is an item in here, and I don't really want to re-roll this. I guess we're going to the library first. Probably guarantee a bookworm transformation, so that's nice. Come on. Please don't shoot me. Instead, accept death. But yeah, even if there's only one book in there, I can still get the bookworm transformation in there, so that is lovely. Things are looking okay. There is a sci-fly in here. This is an unusual library. Alright, this is new. I don't really want this with D6, I think. Which is... I can't even re-roll it? Are you serious? Alright, I guess I'm taking it. It just turned into itself. What am I supposed to do about that? Why do I have Angel Room chance? What is happening? Am I still playing the same run? Did I fall asleep halfway through this? Like, I'm actually genuinely a bit confused about this, but... If that... Does that book give you Angel Room chance? Is that how Bethany works? Is it all just a book? Huh. The things you learn... that is conjoined. Even though Yo Listen is a classic item on its own. I will take it like that. What a strange run this is becoming. Conjoined with Brainworm, actually, though. Look at that. That is a lot of fun. Dreamcatcher. Can't say no to that. Yeah, it's just really nice. Everything is just coming together. I've never seen Brainworm with Conjoined before, but it looks pretty cool. Should probably blow up a shopkeeper before doing this. You're not a shopkeeper. You're an analyst. But first, let's go back to the shop. It's nice that everything is a shop right now, so I don't have to worry about stuff. Blow you up. Very good. Weird amount of Angel Room chance for a run where I've taken several a Devil Deal. But I'll take it. Why not you just give me the Sacred Heart? Just call it a day. I could just stand still and wait, because this fight more or less clears itself pretty quickly after a while. With Nod Leaf, Meat Cube, but... I don't know. Well, I like the action. I like pressing buttons on occasion. Actually playing the game, kind of. I mean, compared to the previous run, this is a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination of trying to compare those two, but... Alright, let's take that and leave. I can blow into here again and re-roll it. Yeah, alright. I'll take that. It's basically just Tier 8 again, but now with a Bone Heart. Which, you know, that's fine. At least it gives me 2 extra charges, so I can kind of appreciate that. Just stand really awkwardly close to Cage and just keep firing away. Very good. Okay, might as well visit the Curse Room, I guess. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get an Angel Room or a Devil Deal with everything we've done on this floor, but, you know. It's never a guarantee. We got a Sci-Fly out of a library. I can't really complain about anything anymore. I was not aware that those shared a pool in any way, but the things you learn, I suppose. That is so strange. Why would Sci-Fly be in a library? Do flies read books? I guess I've never asked myself that question before, but usually there just hasn't been much of a reason to. This is the first day where I've genuinely had to think about this question. Do flies read books? And I'd say unlikely is the answer to that one. I don't know what item rooms I've skipped. I've skipped the first one. But I don't know if I've left anything behind after that, thinking about it. But, oh well. Let us just take this fully charged thing. I could enter my shop and re-roll the little baggie, but I don't feel like it. Let's blow up these two in the sake of maybe getting a soul heart. My health is really the only thing where I'm like, that's a little fiddly, but at the same time, I can just be immune. What was that? Was that the many friends item? I didn't even look at the second one. That was my mistake. Probably should have. Probably wouldn't have been a bad idea, but you know what, fair enough. Take all of that. I do miss the trinket that removes spikes though. That was a good time for the one floor where it lasted. It was a good time indeed. Simultaneously, I think I'm okay with what we currently have. It's a lot of nothing. Could be a secret room anywhere, but not where I was so enjoy the end of that sentence. But I will say that conjoined brain worm spectral tears, it's just a lovely time. Dead cat. Not too surprising, but I kind of want to... Actually, for the beast, dead cat is really good. Yeah. As unlikely as it is that I actually need it, it is still just really good for the beast fight as an extra source of defense, so I'd rather just take that, I suppose. Probably wouldn't have been the weirdest idea to re-roll it, but you know what? Don't worry about it. We're just gonna be on our merry way. If I could just have like homing tears with this as well, like just really home in on everything as much as possible, I'm kind of curious what that would look like. Not even in like a functional way do I really need it, it's just that I'm curious what it would be like, and I think that's a good enough reason to just get items, I would argue. But I definitely should have paid more attention what was on that pedestal. I mean, I could just stop recording, check the footage, and then go back again. Oh, never mind. A wafer has appeared in front of me, so nothing matters. Also, there's 3 items in there, and it only showed 2. Which makes sense, I suppose. Usually you're only going to get 2 items in here, so fair enough. But still, didn't show the 3rd one because of my there's options situation. I'll just take this to save myself some trouble. Yeah, I definitely walked way past my secret room there, so let's return there for a second. It's very much to save myself some trouble in the sense that I am gonna see one more floor with the secret room, and it's this one. But hey, it did save me some trouble. So that's nice. Right, so I could give the Demon Judge some good stuff there. Because with the dead cat, I can actually give him a fair amount of stuff here, especially with the room where he's in. Should have taken money equals power thinking about it now, but you know what? What can you do? The things you learn much later after a run. Don't need that in particular. How many hearts can I be bothered with to give this beggar? I'm gonna say 1 more full heart before I'm actually too bored to go back and forth all the time. But I am unpredictable in that sense, I suppose. Sometimes I'm willing to walk back and forth, but I feel like there's something about this build where I have a hunch that we're gonna be okay even if we don't get an item out of this. Yeah, I'm bored now, but you know, it was a good time walking back and forth, so that was fun. I still have a Perthro rune, which I'm hoping to use before I get to my cracked key. And I think there is at least a couple item rooms on the way before that cracked key. At least I'm hoping so, and if not, that's okay too. But it would be nice if this wasn't a waste. So if maybe my super secret room could just have like 15 pedestals, that would just be really nice. Just make it nice and easy for me, please. Thank you. I mean, it could technically have an item in there, so I'm just gonna do this. There could technically still be a planetarium as well. Unlikely, but not impossible. But I would like to have this thing fully overcharged before moving on, I suppose. But if you could be nice and just drop a pedestal item as you so often do, that would be ideal. Because then I won't have to worry and think so much. God, I mean, really? I mean, I guess this is a secret room. But still, though, that's disgusting. Give me them socks. Yeah, I'm willing to... I'm willing to re-roll one of the best items in the game for the sake of getting what is a small speed up. But I think I'm happier with the small speed up than anything I would have gotten otherwise. So, you know what? That's fair enough. I could have gone all the way back to get like the batteries and maybe gotten a little bit extra as well, but I'm just not going to worry about these things anymore. This run's going okay. Compass. Dad's note. Very nice. My item room is right there. Thanks to my compass that I just acquired, so that's nice. We already picked up everything there though, but still it's kind of nice to know about my options. Half a soul heart in case I missed something. What a nice floor this is. And we're out. I don't remember where my cracked key is, but I think it's like basement 2 or something. It's like way up there. Where's the floor where we got that anti-spike trinket? So we'll see it when we see it, I suppose. But it's always like a little bit of a worry, like, did I actually drop a trinket? Did I really drop a trinket anywhere? And before you know it, you find out yes. Multiple, often actually, but then you're still left with those thoughts until that point where like, should I have thrown away my brain worm for the sake of definitely having a cracked key, you know? And even if, you know, we don't unlock the character, we can just do a run again later, but it's just, I want to do as much as I possibly can. We're going quick through this, though. Not a lot of resistance so far, and I can appreciate that. Just a whole bunch of tiny, easy rooms, random trapdoor, yeah, alright. I mean, to be fair, that one rock in the middle of the room did attack once, so you understand that I needed to be compensated with a trapdoor to preserve my feelings. But I feel adequately compensated for that, so it's fair enough. It's okay. I have a lot of flames around me as well, which is kind of nice. I didn't really expect that to happen, but simultaneously I guess I have been using the thing a lot here and there. Completely empty. I mean, I know I skipped the first one, but that's really the only one I can genuinely remember. Was it genuinely basement 2, huh? I mean, it probably was, because I do recall it looking like a basement floor, but it's just such a nice gift. It's so seemingly so rare to get a trinket that early, and one that you can also just throw away. But it is nice when it does happen. No worries here. I'm losing a lot of my flames throughout this ascent, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're okay. We have oodles of damage. We have technical invincibility if needed. I could, I guess, just use Nod Leaf against the TV. Just for the sake of using it at least a little bit, but simultaneously, I do kind of like dodging a little bit, you know? There's this part of me that does actually enjoy playing this game, and occasionally it shines through. Oh, really? I didn't have that unlocked yet. Really? Okay, well, fair enough. That does explain why I never saw one, but I'm genuinely surprised by that. I would have expected to have unlocked that at this stage. But I guess you really need to destroy quite a lot of tinted rocks for that, huh? Huh, fair enough. I just didn't think the amount was that big. Like, I got a couple of unlocks for, like, destroying regular rocks, I think, but never for tinted rocks, I guess. At least not specifically that one. Weird. God, this is like, what, 62 videos in or something like that? Like, can you imagine playing for 62 hours and finally unlocking this small rock? Yeah, some of these unlocks are actually kind of wild. Never really thought about it that much until that just occurred. How long it actually takes to unlock some of these things. God. What was that beggar? Like, I don't even really need to do anything because of Sci-Fly as well, so this run is basically already over for that reason, but I was a little curious there. This would have been pretty horrendous at the start of a run. This is not much better. I could take it for lower range and not more tier rate, so that is tempting. But perhaps I might just not. If I find like enough rooms to recharge my thing, I might just do one more little reroll there. And it's possible. I didn't expect there to be this many rooms left on basement 1, but yeah, fair enough. It was a pretty big cellar, I guess. Even though this is not a cellar for, as far as I can tell at least. At least aesthetically, it doesn't look like a cellar at all. I got a lot of golden keys on this floor as well, but yeah, fair enough. There we go. But should I re-roll this, or should I re-roll the mom item, which I don't know why I would. Yeah, this is probably... Sure. I'll maybe get like a fly to spawn from this egg. That could be good, I guess. Because I'm guessing the light is probably gonna show up here because yeah, it's been quite the floor. Another beggar. I was kind of hoping for a small rock there. Oh, that would have been much better to reroll, but you know what? Oh, we aren't actually capped on tier rate. That's interesting. There are no bosses here according to the Dreamcatcher. There's Squeezy, which I guess shows up on every one of my runs now in this floor, so that's cool. And we are just about done. There is Tainted Isaac. What a trip. We finally, after this, will have completed a whole character. It's taken quite a while, but we will have actually done everything on a singular character so far. Only 33 or so left to go. God. Yeah, there is quite a lot of things in this game, huh? Oh, Sci-Fly even destroys those. That's disgusting. Come on. At least you're being ridiculous, Sci-Fly. You can't destroy all the tiers. Like, I understand most of the tiers that get destroyed, but the fact that they destroy the Godhead tiers as well, like, that's just a bit much, isn't it? Like, calm down a little bit. Doesn't even matter if I take damage. I have wafer. What even matters anymore? I'm just gonna chill out here and just fire my multi-dimensional baby tears. The Sci-Fly will stop anything that's slightly dangerous. God, after the previous run, this is such a weird experience as well because I had to work so hard to get to the end of that, and with this one, I might as well play blindfolded and still win. Because nothing can actually physically deal damage to me anymore. So, like, look at that. So many feathers. All gone. Doesn't even matter. It's all just a good time. Just this fight remains. All the spiders are in the lava. I'm just gonna chill over here. If need be, I could just check out what made my phone vibrate just now and just let the Nod Leaf do all the work. I mean, I guess once he goes into the second phase, I might actually do that. Which shouldn't take too long here. Come on, there you go. Because the flames are invulnerable while I'm in Nod Leaf state, so this is just gonna be... Yep. It's just going to be that, and I can effectively just do the same thing over here. Because this boss is just going to sit around here for a moment. And this actually deals a pretty significant amount of damage as well, so... Yeah, this isn't too bad. This gets rid of all of the, like, flies as well. I'm just real quickly going to check out if I missed anything. Oh, what's that attack? I'm actually, I guess, seeing a couple of attacks that I don't ordinarily see as well by just doing this, because usually I'm just all offensive against this boss. But I guess there are still some attacks that I'm just so not used to, because most of the times you'll have enough damage to just fly through it anyway. What's the next one? War? War is definitely gonna fly into me, right? I know he has that attack where he like zooms around all over the place, but I have to assume that this is probably pretty effective as well. Like meat cube plus flames, plus the Sci-Fly that's probably actually dealing a decent amount of damage as well. I'm just kind of curious what he does, because... Nah, never mind. Like I said, this deals a pretty decent amount of damage without me having to worry about a thing. What is shooting tears? Oh, right, I do have a couple babies, I guess. I'm with the multidimensional baby that is just shooting those tears. Let's make some more flames. Am I in a good spot for this? No. Yeah, he's not really going to stay that close to me, unfortunately. I actually have to fight here? That's kind of dumb. I don't care for this. I'm just going to bump into him as much as I can. I have 9 lives remaining. Oh, we spawned an enemy and he was sitting on top of death there and actually dealing some damage. But our egg actually spawned one of those enemies that sort of crawls on the floor and does a bunch of good stuff. You get it. I'm curious how effective this is. At this stage, it's more of a, how effective is this strategy? If I just hang out here. Because the babies are actually shooting quite a lot. The meat cube is doing some damage for sure. And, oh, I accidentally pressed my analog stick. But you do see quite a lot of tears there. Oh god, what's happening there? And for some reason, I guess I'm getting pushed out a lot during this attack, which is kind of strange. But I'm curious if it can get to the next phase before he starts doing weird attacks. But I guess I just got pushed out entirely, which is odd. But I'm guessing I still have a decent amount of damage to go anyway, so maybe it's about time I actually fire my weaponry here. Which I guess is okay. I guess I can live with that, even if it takes a while to do it. I don't know what my damage actually even is. Like, I know it's not like super high, but it is a decent amount of chip tears that I'm shooting. It is multidimensional baby tears as well. Do I even need to dodge? Like, I know I'll take damage, but realistically, do I need to dodge these attacks? Or can I just sit here and hold the attack to the right button? I have 9 lives, so even if I die, it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, there you go. I didn't need to dodge anything. God, 9 lives, full health, wafer. Like, what else do you need? We got options, which is kind of interesting. And that isn't actually everything done yet, because I still need to do greedier mode with this character, but that's the only thing I have left to do on Isaac. So we are definitely running out of things to do as this character, and we're actually nearly done with one of the various characters in the game. We still have a couple characters to unlock as well, like 2. I think just 2 at this stage, yeah. But one requires me to get a trinket, the other one requires me to play greed mode, so maybe that's just what the next run is going to be. Haven't decided yet, but either way, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Next time we play, we're gonna maybe do greedier mode with this character, and I hope to see y'all there. Bye bye.